Hey everybody, Bill in Virginia. Welcome back. Well, since the last video, I've done a little bit more in this area. I've added some additional ground cover. I use Woodland Scenics foliage mats, the kind of material that you pull apart. It looks, it's kind of like got a polyfiber base, which they've got materials glued onto it. That works really well as subfoliage in areas on hillsides that I want to build up. Then a variety of other Woodland Scenics materials on top of that, and then that is topped off with the cuttings that I save when I trim the trees. It is painted. It has Woodland Scenics ground cover on it in different shades of green. So it makes for a nice, thicket, brush, woody little ground cover area here. Then I've also come in and I've added more glue and more ground cover just in this area. You can see I've pressed the dozer into it to leave some tracks, and I will let that harden up. I've also glued these trunks in place so that they're not going to come off. Won't touch them because the glue is wet. Then I've also come in and added additional dirt ballast on this side of the track, and I've glued that in place. I figured I could get that done as I'm doing other things over here. If some of it gets covered, no big deal. But you can see that since the last time, the glue has dried well over on this side, and you can see where it's wet over here. So it's dried to a lighter brown, but still a nice rich color of brown, and that's all glued in and solid. And this side will dry to a similar tone. Makes it look nice, makes it just look like earth under those tracks here. So I'm going to go on to do a little bit more ground cover later in this video, I think. I'm out of those foliage mats, so I just did a eBay purchase where I think a pretty good deal. I got 7 bags for like 40 bucks, including shipping. So I know I'm going to use a number of those bags, probably at least 5 more on the layout as I get into these other areas and on the other side. So a good purchase and the right colors. Also going to be building more trees. I went to Hobby Lobby this evening and picked up 3 more spools of the grapevine wire. All of these, it's the same material, just different colors. They're all the same price now, so it's not a big deal. And the color really doesn't make any difference because you spray paint it and paint it, before you're done. So, going to give a little bit different shades, I think, to the trunks. Normal for the brown. This ought to be kind of cool. This ought to give me a little bit lighter trunk material. And I'm going to be using this when I do my next batch of deciduous trees. And then this, I'm just gonna cut up and see what it looks like. Nice greens, that'll be covered with browns and, like charcoal black and grays. So that'll go away. But again, some of it will come through in different areas to give me some neat looks, I think. Famous last words. But this one is ready. I'm going to make up another batch of pine trees from this one. And I think that the number of pine trees that I get from this might be all of the pine trees that I need for the layout based upon what I'm planning on doing and where they are. Some in here, some over there, and then I'm going to be making some deciduous trees, like that one right there, which is a pine tree, but actually it looks better as a deciduous. And put those in here and in a few other areas. So the number of trees that I have left to make really is not excessive. Don't know that I'll have them all done in this video, but I should have them fairly close. So once I get done with making this next batch, we'll know kind of close where we're going to end up with for trees. So with that, let me get cracking and get some more done here. Well, Friday night comes around again, and I have 15 more pine trees. Just started construction. So I think, like I've talked, that the pine trees that I'm going to build, at least this style, will take care of everything that I want to do in through here. Then the next trees after that will be some super trees in different areas. And then I will be making some larger deciduous trees to kind of put in there. and put in probably one or two right down in this area. So when I get down to here, that's going to be the end of the trees. So it's getting close. So I will not show any of the steps of the construction other than you see in this. I will do the next video once I've got these pretty well wrapped up and their layout ready, which probably will be tomorrow sometime. So anyway, more to come. And now, back to building trees. It's Saturday afternoon. I set up the layout here, used my levelers, I've got it pulled away from the other layouts, and I've just been running some trains. One more clip of trains running here. And now back to making trees. Early Sunday evening and 15 more trees. Layout ready. So I've been working on these a little bit this afternoon. It's been nice weather here in Richmond today, so also outside working with prototype trees, raking the leaves and doing some mowing. Well, Sunday evening, and I'm about to wrap up work on the layout this weekend. So the 15 trees that I built are now on the layout. Spent a little time this afternoon getting them all put together, painted, going through my steps for construction. 15 trees did not go very far. I may end up building another batch. Because I was hoping to get this style of tree in and at least through here. So maybe another 5 or 6 right in through here. Then over here, I'm happy with how this looks. I did 3 trees just on this. I did ground cover around it. It acts as a view block. So if you're looking at it straight on, you don't see the logging area too much. You've got to kind of walk over here, and then you can see the logging camp and all the activities. Come over this way, a solitary tree. I will add a little bit more right in here as well. Not a lot, but maybe another 3 or 4 trees to have a little cluster here. Then there'll be maybe a few smaller or of the other type of tree right in here. Because you can see the logging camp very well over here by the, sort of my operator's pit. Coming over this way, use the shaky camera. You can see the logging camp in there. I will not put anything tall in through this area. This area will be in that sort of road coming up, some more ground cover, maybe a few small super trees that may or may not be 3 inches to count, but then you can get a good view of the logging area. And then you can see the narrow gauge tracks disappearing around the bend. So yeah, I'm happy with this. As you walk around the layout, you come up into here and you have this acting as a view block before you go across. Then you go across and you see some nice looking scenery. Deep gorge going down. So yeah, I'm happy with that. A good weekend's worth of work. So what I will do is I'm going to make up another batch of trees. I'm probably going to make another 10 and get them put on. So let me do a quick count and let's see how many I've got on the layout right now. So still Sunday evening, just a couple of seconds actually after the last video. It is October 30th right now. So, this isn't going to get published until probably late November. I'm that far ahead of, the videos. Put out 1, maybe 2 a week. So I've got a number of them that you've seen before this, but this video was shot on October 30th. And then on October 30th, I am sitting at 93 new trees that I have put on the end module here. So, kind of going up right about in there, all the way through, around, and then including these. So 93 is the total as of October 30th. And I've still got more to go. I am going to start making another batch of these, and those will be planted on the next video. And then I'll start doing some additional different style of trees, and then do some other things as well. So you won't see me making trees, but you'll see me putting them in the ground and going from there. Closing up shop on Sunday evening, and this is going to be the end of this video. There's another 13 pine trees started. So let the glue dry overnight, and then I will put the toothpicks and heat shrink on the tops, then roll them in the Woodland Scenics ground cover after I cover them with glue. And I'll have these trees done in a couple of days, and that's where I will pick up the next video. And I'll get them done and get those in place, and we'll pick up the next video pretty much right where this video leaves off, in this area, showing some trees. All right, so with that, keep having fun on your layouts. Until next time.